Okay. What is our tax question, the city? Please feel free to ask so that we can. You can grab the mic. That would be faster. At which amount does one start paying taxes? You have to declare taxes. There are various thresholds, but as a provisional taxpayer, regardless of how much it is that you're making, you should be setting aside maximum like 30% and then paying that when you do your entire form. Remember your IRP6 form. Do you remember, and do you have an IRP6 form? Please feel free to grab the mic. So you pay taxes on everything that you receive that is outside of your regular income. That's your provisional taxes. Every amount. And then sometimes you might not have to like pay a lot. So what happens is that, okay, great, she has an IRP 6. So what happens is that you will pretty much say how much you made and then put in all of your Upwork statements, your bank statements that say Upwork on them. You can also, if you want to, put in your certificate of earnings, which Upwork can generate for you as either a PDF or a spreadsheet or a CSV separated by comma document. So then you can do that and then convert that into a spreadsheet and convert that into a PDF. But it's like, ugh, doesn't look nearly as good as a bank statement. So you can just issue out your bank statement sorted out by Upwork, and it'll automatically be converted to South African rands because you don't want to play with dollars with taxes because there's currency fluctuations. So then when you submit your IRP6, your bank statement is in there as proof, you enter in the amount. And then if you have any deductions, like maybe with the same bank account, you paid medical, you paid for medicine in cash, or maybe there was no compensation for that, that becomes something that you can deduct. It becomes a deductible. So then you put in all your deductibles as well as the requisite banking statements that say, okay, this was the amount for this deduction. Just make sure that you're always referencing things, every transaction correctly. If it's something that you paid using your card at a speed point or a point of sales, then make sure you note what that point of sales is when you put in what your deductions are, the amount versus what its reference is called. And then SARS can automatically take a look at that. If it's on their system as an actual deduction, then they will make those changes for you. And then you might find at the end that you receive a huge tax refund as opposed to having this huge tax obligation. And remember, with us, instead of us paying a huge lump sum at the end of the year, we pay tax twice a year, right? So people who work regular jobs have an IRP5, and so they use pay as you earn or pay AYE. And that is how every single month their taxes is automatically calculated. And you can even see it on their pay slip, how much taxes came out of their salary. So that's done automatically for them. For freelancers, we pay taxes twice a year. And in a way, it is automated as it can be. So you don't never have to worry about owing SARS. If you owe them, they will let you know how much you owe them, and you will just pay what you owe. If they owe you, they'll let you know how much you may have overstated or overpaid in your taxes, and they'll give you a refund on that. So SARS is really, really good now as far as making sure that your taxes are not just paid on time, but are also received on time. So rather, if you feel a little nervous about, I'm not sure how to do this, you can just go to taxtim.com and let them handle everything for you. Or the alternative is to do it yourself, which again, it's really, really not super duper hard. As long as you already have an IRP6 and you have a tax number, you're good to go. And also Upwork needs you to go and get your IRP6 as well, because you won't be able to get your money without that tax number. So it works out. What other tax questions do you have for us, Lucity? And don't worry about taxes. Every time I see you, you're worried about taxes. Oh, you're getting a few responses on Upwork for projects, so the PSS is working. Nice. We love to see responses. The PSS framework does work. Okay. Let's see who we can submit proposals with. It can't be me, it can't be Kaya. PayPal's still not working. I don't know what to do. And it can't be Kasuma. So Liberty, Mbali, or Taviso, who's ready to send proposals? It can't be me, Kasuma, or Kaya. It's a very quiet room. Does anybody want to unmute themselves? I mean, I don't mind. I don't know if you guys noticed, but I'm multitasking. On one hand, I'm submitting a legal assessment. On the other side, I'm talking to you guys. I'm chilling.
Yeah, I think I wouldn't mind maybe once mine is done and after we've had our session, then I'd probably be open to it. But yeah, at the moment, no.
Teresa,
And
would
it's
you
only
like us
been
to
2 days.
quickly would you like us to quickly take a look at your profile and what we can improve if there's any improvements at all? Even if your profile is not 1000% or 100% in this case done, we can see what parts we can add in so that your profile is 100% the next time. Or even today. Info, let us know in the chat. Kaya, you are muted. I cannot hear you.
No, I'm just saying today everyone's quiet today. What's going on?
I'm kind of wondering too, like everyone's shy, everyone's quiet, does not want to share their screen, does not want to. I mean, I know Kasuma would, right? If uh, if PayPal would just work with us. I might have a solution from Voda. I'm still struggling with them, but I might have a solution soon to get the short code text. Liberty, is that also your struggle? Like, is it where the error message on PayPal says that error something about short text code or something?
Mine doesn't even get to that part.
Oh.
Yeah, I can't even put money in there anymore.
You guys, you see, like, really, I wish I was making it up. Let's check the chat on YouTube if there's anybody joining us live from there. No, not really. It's a slow day today. Okay,
Oh,
let's see.
Amy,
Maybe, hopefully.
Sorry, I was saying, have you tried buying a voucher?
An
PayPal
air,
voucher?
a PayPal voucher.
Yeah.
Interesting. Tell me more.
Yeah, you just I mean, there are sites that you can go to, and they sell vouchers starting at like, I don't know, $5 or something.
Okay.
And you pay with your regular bank card, whether it's a Visa or MasterCard, and then you've got PayPal money. But the thing is now, if you can't get the money out from PayPal,
I mean,
unless if Upwork has a voucher program or something like that, then you can
that's
buy
what I'm
with
trying to
the
find.
voucher to um yeah, to do it like that.
Okay, welcome, Anil. Um, we're trying to see if people are okay with sending proposals. Right now, we don't have any takers. Nobody wants to share their screen or submit Upwork proposals or even have us review their profiles. They're all too shy. So what do you think?
Um, you want to see how, yeah, we can go through the work. Let me.
Please feel free to share your screen. See, people, when I single you out, you're supposed to say, yeah, let's do it. Not, no, I'm not ready.
All right,
Okay,
so
because I'm gonna try to figure out this PayPal vouchers thing. And Kaya, like, Adil, do you know anything about a PayPal voucher? So right now, I'm not able to send any funds whatsoever using PayPal because my one-time purchase pin does not, they'll text me, but it doesn't arrive. And then I'll ask them to resend, but it doesn't arrive. And I'll keep asking them to resend until eventually I get an error message that like I should try again later. And so I've looked it up and it has to do with my carrier or something like that, not being able to send me short code texts, something like that. I don't know. So I'm still trying to figure out solutions and alternatives. So have you ever heard of PayPal vouchers before?
and that's the first time I'm hearing about it, but like maybe you can, if you have iPhone or someone in your network has one, probably you can see the codes over there. I think that sometimes they send multimedia messages, and on some phones it's not, they are not visible. So maybe that might be the case.
Yeah. I've reached out to their customer service. I have also gone and used a friend's number. The friend is in the States, and that worked out perfectly, except for the part where they asked me for my social security number. I don't have one of those because I'm not American. So that was a disaster. So then we
Yeah.
try again, and I asked someone who's currently in South Africa, hey, can we use your number? Let's have a look. And same thing as what's happening with me. No one-time pin comes at all.
Huh.
So I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll look through it.
Thank you. Because we've got two members of the squad right now that need a re-up, a refill on their Upwork Connects, and I cannot send them to them right now. Like I'm trying every and any which way possible, and I prefer to send them as dollars instead of doing a currency transfer because then it becomes too expensive for everyone.
I didn't even know about it till now. So
Yeah.
yeah, I'll find out. Yeah. So you're trying to look if you can send money to the others. Okay. In dollars. Okay. You were gonna ask a question?
No, no
Oh, okay.
questions.
So
Someone, do you want to send proposals? Grab the mic, unmute yourself.
Yes, I am.
Okay, so let's take a look quickly at Adil's profile, and then we'll do a PSS quickly with you in the remaining 40 minutes. Nice. Okay, so far so good. I'll tell you why I say so. Is it okay if I annotate on your screen?
Sure.
Okay, fantastic. So guys, already this is good. I really don't like it if we are under 25 an hour. A lot of you have incredible skills, and getting from no figures to five figures, it happens so much faster when our rates match the amount of knowledge that we have. I don't want to see anybody charging less than $25 an hour. If you feel like, okay, psychologically, I have to work a little bit to get there, nothing less than $20 an hour. So this is good. Based on your experience, Adil, I would say we could probably go higher, but that's a conversation for you and I speaking one-on-one. So
Okay.
that looks good. Let's go into the actual title. Did you run a keyword search on mobile app development, Flutter, React, iOS, and Android? So all of these are based on what clients want.
I mean, like there's already a market for this, so that's why I just went with that.
Okay, cool. Okay, let's see, 8+ years. Great. Now, Typically, I don't encourage talking about ourselves as well as our experience, but when you have social proof like 8+ years, over a decade, things like that, go for it. Put that inside and put it close to the first 6 lines as possible. That way, it's another way of setting you apart from any other candidate. So this looks good in my opinion. And again, love the keywords there, React. We've got Flutter, Swift, Java, and Kotlin. Nice. Do you also do no code? Why or why not?
I'm working on it. I'm using it for my AI tools that I'm developing right now. Once I have it in pretty good grasp on it, and I'll use that. I'm using
Okay,
Make
so you
as
will
a
make the. I love that.
yeah.
I hate
So
Zapier, so anything that's an alternative, I'm
Right.
there. Okay, that's good. Journey spans the entire app lifecycle from conceptualization to deployment. This sounds weird, but
Okay.
I feel like this part here, because it's so client-centric, should go higher.
Okay.
Because you go from concept all the way to boom, it's in the specific app store, right? Whether it's the Google Play Store or it's in the Apple App Store. That's like, is there a Microsoft Play Store? I don't want to be, I mean, I don't know who still uses Microsoft phones, but
It's not used. I mean, there's one. You can use it on the on your computers and stuff, but they don't have the phone. So
phones
then,
anymore.
yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, but I'm being inclusive.
Mhm.
Portfolio looks really, really good. Okay, so as far as sending proposals on Upwork, what's the holdup? Because everything looks good. You're good to go, in my opinion.
I'm just restarting it.
Oh, okay.
It's yeah. It
Okay,
was there.
fantastic.
There was not enough response last year, so I just stopped. Yeah.
Okay, we'll get that momentum back. Kasuma, let's shift on to you. Make sure when you say you're ready, your screen is already ready and all you have to do is share. I'm just saying, he's laughing at me, but I'm being serious. Thank you so much, Adil. Guys, that is how you do it. If you have social proof as in I have this many years of experience, put that in. If you, I didn't have anything else to change except for the order because he has another paragraph where he's talking more from the perspective of the client and what the client can benefit. If you have that too, like I am there for the entire life cycle of the project, then that's something you want to say. Typically, if you don't have the social proof. Now you can combine them and say I have 8+ years, Adil, and then you can also say, and I am there from conceptualization to deployment in the App Store. And then you can go ahead and continue with like the various languages that you're proficient in.
So just to so the second paragraph that you saw that you're saying to reword it and make it the first
Yeah.
paragraph and
I would say to take the first paragraph and the second paragraph and to combine them
okay.
so that your 8+ years are in there as well, right at the top. And then at the second part of that sentence would be, and I'm available from conceptualization to deployment of the app. Then you can say I'm proficient in the following languages, because that's great, keywords. And then you'll be able to continue on with your description. But that's the only change I would make. I would combine social proof with your ability to be there from
Okay.
maybe it being something in Figma to being an actual app that's been deployed.
Okay. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Someone? Okay. 8 minutes ago, that looks good. Do not apply if. Are you looking at this particular project? Is this something that interests you? The very first one right here?
This one?
That's my question. Do not apply for this position without sending me a sample. Well, is this the project that you're interested in?
No, like I've not read through it. Like,
Okay, so quickly, let's remind Kasuma, how do we quickly read through a project to decide whether or not it's something we're interested in? Kaya, how do we do it?
Please, no, I'm lost here. Sorry, hold on.
So when you're looking at a project for the very first time, what do you look at? Do you read this whole thing, or is it like two main things that you look at?
So what I do is I
Before
look
you
at,
even before you
yeah,
even do this, before you even expand it, can you decide whether it's worth your time, yes or no?
I look at the
yes, I
keyword
do.
payment
Like,
verified.
Mhm.
like,
Who's
like
speaking?
what I look, what I like, what I look at first. I look at the payment is verified. That is one thing. Like the client has spent
Okay.
already on different projects. Two, I look it is less than 5 proposals. So it has what I've already filtered for.
Mhm.
Then I look at also the skills. They're in line with what I'm doing. Email marketing, copywriting, writing. Before I expand it, that is what I look at. Ron, I think she's frozen. Is it to everyone? You can see she's frozen.
Looks like she's frozen.
Yes.
Yeah, she'll be back. But let's click on it. Let's see if it's something that you'd like to do, Kazuma. I know it's not Klaviyo. I know you prefer to work with Klaviyo only. But let's see. Just click on it. Yeah. Ah, the job was no longer available. Yeah, she should be back. Not anytime now. Okay. What about the ones that you see via your emails, Kasuma? Did you see something that you'd potentially like to send a proposal to? You're muted, brother.
Sorry. Kai, you were saying what? Via what?
No, I'll say that on your emails, didn't you receive some more maybe jobs that you'd like to apply for? Sorry,
Via the mail. Are you meaning the RSS feed?
RSS feed, yes.
Yeah, they are here, but there is a lot. So I keep on like deleting what I like. That what I've seen that I'm getting a lot of garbage that I don't want. So like within very few minutes, as you can see from here, like the feed gets within 10 minutes, you have like 100. You see, and most of them they are not into line of what I need. Like I get a lot, like you can see here, business pattern for international WordPress. You see? So click on it, I just keep on like deleting that straight out. Amazon listing optimization expert. So like I'm trying to look at a way of getting exactly what I want. Because before getting to this program, like there is a way I'd done it. and at least I was getting like only email, almost only email, and I was not getting all this social media what. So what I've seen that when I go for keywords, I get issues. When like because when you look at some keywords, like for example, if you say copywriting, they are going to bring copyright, like you're going to get copywriting from all other categories that even you don't do. You understand? Of course, we are
Exactly.
looking at email, but because someone used that keyword, remember the way we pick them. So we are looking at a project, someone picked also copywriting. So the moment also you come here and filter for copywriting, they are going to bring for you for all other, like all other categories. They'll bring all that inside here. So at the end of the day, then it is too much. Now you look at this public relations assistant needed for podcast, like BBB appointment setter. Now, like you get a lot.
But customer,
Of course,
remember,
you get.
I totally get it. Sorry to cut you there. I totally. There's one there.
Which one?
Experienced ad specialist. Oh no. That's not
That
you.
one I don't like doing that. So like this, of course, also the email will come, but like it is inside a lot of garbage. Like you need to pull away all the garbage until you come to exactly what you want. Like this one now.
Let's try it out. Let's get into it and try it out. $10.
Okay,
That's it.
let's.
Oh,
So email design I needed urgently. Let's look at the activity. Remember interviewing someone and it is less than 5. So what do you think about that? Is it cool?
yeah. The client viewed it 12 minutes ago. It shows that the client is actively looking for somebody. They're interviewing one, and they sent one invite, right? It's non-connect.
So Ram, you back. You found us like the job you left us with, it was no longer available. When you expanded, it was no longer available. So we had to leave it. But the issue was when we went here, because like Kaya asked me to share those ones from the feed, then going to the platform. Can you hear me, Ram? Frozen again. So the issue that we have is after putting all these keywords and pulling them inside this feed, the challenge is I'm getting a lot of garbage. Like I'm getting a lot of things that are not even related to what. Like of course what I want comes in, but it is always covered by a lot of things that I'm not even I don't know. Like something like stuff that
Get
I
out of there. Like I know exactly what you're doing, and I've told you this RSS, it's not bad to have a reader. We have one that we use inside the squad as well, if you look in your paid pillar courses, but this is gonna frustrate you. Get out of there right now and go back to your home feed. Like, get out of there. Of course you're gonna say it's full of garbage. You'll be quickly able to say not interested in project, doesn't match my skills, and teach the algorithm if you stay on Upwork. Give it about 6 months of consistently doing that, and then you can create a whole new feed that uses RSS. For now, don't do that. Get out of there and just stick to, for instance, once you've taught Upwork, it's going to start putting together best matches according to, thank you, Kaya. Thank you very much. According to what you've already taught the algorithm. Look at that. Oh, wow. And remember, we spoke about this is just a suggestion if they're looking for a. What a waste of your time. You could have just been here all along. All right. So now that we know, okay, we know that your budget is going to be whatever it is according to your Upwork spreadsheet, right, customer? It's going to be, your budget is going to be whatever it is that you want to get paid for this project. It's not about what the market wants. It's not about, the client already has no idea what their budget is supposed to be. We know that all of these are your keywords, right?
Yeah.
Posted 5 hours ago. Who does that mean? No, less than 5 people. This is a serious client. Their payment method is verified. Don't worry about this factor. Do not discriminate. If this part looks good and this part looks good, that means, okay, they need someone to create an impactful e-commerce newsletter using Klaviyo. Great, and they need it to be a campaign. We already know that much. Let's quickly run a magic owl and find out if you qualify for this project. So far, so good. So what, to somebody that's new like Adil, what is a magic owl? Please explain it nicely for us, Kasuma. What is the magic owl? What is the magic owl? And also don't mind this. When you see it say hires, 1, and invites, 1, it might feel to you like they've invited someone, that person answered, they interviewed that person, and then they went ahead and hired that person. So it might seem like it literally went like this to this. Don't mind it. Sometimes they end up hiring more than one person, especially if the job is still open. So when you open it, as in you want to apply to the project, let's see if it's still open. So even this doesn't mean that you should count yourself out. Does that make sense? All right, let's explain quickly to Adil, how do we start to sort and figure out that we are the right people for the project? What is this magic owl that I'm always telling you guys about?
Okay, let me go through them. When I'm going to apply,
The magic owl happens when you apply? How did you decide that you wanted to apply?
sorry, let me go back here. I think
Slowly,
it is changing a little
slowly,
bit. It is
let's-
changing a little bit. It has been changed a little bit when I look at it here. Like they keep on making changes, but all in all, the magic is like you come on the activity, you run down, you come
Mhm.
down, you come down here and you look at the activity on this job.
Activity? Slow your mind down quickly. We only did partial magic L when we were looking at the keywords here, right? So when we expanded the project so that it's a bigger window, we're going to do the remainder of the search. Do you see that? So let's scroll up first. In fact, we don't go all the way down. We stay under skills and expertise. And the reason why I call it the magic L is because sometimes you have skills and expertise, activity on this job, and then there'll be another qualification, another category called qualifications. And when you put all of these lovely things together, you get it, demented L, but it's a magic L. So that's where you start when you submit your proposal. It also tells you in a way what kind of keywords you should be using in your proposal if you want to, right? So this tells us, okay, this is what you need to be qualified in. At the same time, if you right click on each and every one of these things, they become a whole new search. So now you know my ideal client, I want this type of project. This is the words, or these are the words that they're using. And you can right click on each one of these and open these up as a new search in a new window or in a new tab. And that's why we start with skills and expertise. Then we move down to activity on the job. We've already pretty much validated the project, right? In a way. And Kasuma was like, yeah, looks good. I want to apply. Okay, so now we're going to go all the way back up and hit the apply to this project. Apply now. There we go. We're going to hit this button here because we are happy with what the magic L has given us. The demented L. Okay, now what we're going to see for real is this project closed. So you're going to wait for it, and right under the part that says proposal settings, it'll tell you whether or not the client is not interested in hiring anyone, or if they are. So can you scroll all the way up to the top for us, Kasuma? All right, well, looks like you can still pretty much submit a proposal. So let's submit a proposal. Until the project is closed, you can still submit a proposal. Let's scroll down just a little bit. Let's keep on going. Now, this is a milestone project. It's fixed rate, so that means you have 2 ways that you can get paid. It gives you that option. Let's scroll down, and then we'll come back and do the 1, 2, 3. So you can get paid at the end of the entire project, or you can get paid in milestones. If you choose to get paid in milestones, as we discussed yesterday, first milestone will be milestones to be determined by client. And then what you're going to do is you're going to just give them a number that you feel is competitive. Doesn't matter. Milestones to be determined after conversation with client, TBD. And then you're going to give them a figure that you think is correct for the type of project that they've asked you to do. And if you're not really sure what is a fair amount, you can ask ChatGPT. Honestly, you don't have to think too much. You just tell it, according to your knowledge on the industry and your ability to search the internet, what is a competitive rate for this? So to be determined after conversation with client, or milestones to be determined by client. Okay, perfect. Let's scroll all the way up, and you are aware for every single milestone you're going to pay that fee, that service fee. Every single milestone will pay the 10% service fee. You are aware, right, Kasuma?
Yes, I am.
Okay, perfect. And then we're going to do a post-interview proposal or a freelancer contract. That's going to actually break everything down into deliverables and milestones and everything nicely. So for now, we just want to have a conversation with the client. All right, let's scroll back all the way to the top and do the 1, 2, 3. Okay, so why do we call it the 1, 2, 3, Kasuma?
What?
The 1, 2, 3 rule. I'm going to put it in the chat and you guys can take a look at it. Rule number 1.
The 1, 2, 3 rule. It is where you look at one, you look at the job category. Then 2, you look at the description of the job. Then 3, you look at also, you look at the title. So 1 is the job category, where it is coming from. Then 2 is the job title. Then 3 is the job description, which is down. So this one, then 2, 3. It becomes 1, 2, 3 rule.
Okay, fantastic. So why do I ask you guys to remember what the job category, job title, job description, all of those things? Why do we care what those things are and what they mean?
Because we are going to use ChatGPT to help us, because we believe that ChatGPT doesn't because we are going to use ChatGPT to come up with this proposal, and ChatGPT doesn't know, that does not see this one. So it means we are the eyes of ChatGPT. So we are telling it that this is the job category. So you are an expert in email marketing now, and this is the title of the job, and this is the description of what the client wants. So you write us a proposal after giving it all those details. Yeah.
Okay, so let's go to ChatGPT and let's see how you practically show it. I put the 1, 2, 3 rule in the chat. Feel free to copy it. If you're on your phone, feel free to take a screenshot. Remember the 1, 2, 3 rule. Okay. So now we're going to use the 1, 2, 3 rule on ChatGPT. How do we put this together? You're going to use Neuro. Okay, good for you. Lucky member of the squad. What happens now?
So from here, I have my prompt. I can look for the prompt. It's already here. So this is the prompt.
Okay, but we're going to use, let's just use the PSS prompt for now, because when you do Neuro, a lot of people who are new won't be aware of like, how does that work? So let's just start a whole new fresh conversation and we'll do it old school.
All right.
Perfect. So we went and we got our 1, 2, 3. How do we use the 1, 2, 3? First rule is job category. What do I need the job category for?
Like to tell it like to specify where it is rating from, like you're an expert into this job category.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. Let's go for it. So rule number 1 tells ChatGPT what it's an expert in. We're going to say, according to this job category, you are an expert in. You're sure that's what the job category was? Email marketing? Okay.
What is it? Very many windows. I think it is this one.
Okay.
So it is email marketing. It is this one.
So I've just put the prompt in the chat. Again, there's your prompt for ChatGPT. You are an expert at job category, AKA number 1. Your prospective client, do you have the client's name? Needs you to, and then you do the job title. So the prompt is in the chat, guys. You can also grab a screenshot of it if you're joining us on mobile. And if you are joining us on YouTube, let me just make it available for everybody. So you guys on YouTube can see the prompt as well. Let me just expand it.
Should I copy this one into ChatGPT, or I just continue the way we've been doing it?
Yeah, you can copy what's in the chat into ChatGPT. So for those of you looking on YouTube, there's the prompt for you. I wish the screen was white, but oh well. You are an expert at email marketing. Your prospective client, let's find their name. How do we find their name, Kasuma?
So the client name, we come here. We come to this. Waiting for it to load.
Where do we find the client name?
What I do, I come here. I open it in another window here, a new tab, sorry. Then I come down to look at the history of the client. So we look for his name from this side here to see whether some freelancers like left some feedback with his name. So we can see here there is nothing. So we have the name.
Might be Chica.
Chica. So that is one. So we can verify that. We move again and see whether it is the name Chica again.
Chica.
So,
one more time.
The name is Chica. So we have confirmed.
How do we know the name is Chica?
Pardon?
How do you know that it's not Chica and somebody else? How do you know the name is Chica?
How do I know the name is Chica?
Mm-hmm. And not Chica and team. How do you know it's just Chica?
Like you look for more than two, like more than once. You don't just look at it like once. Like the first time we saw it, and you just conclude that is the name. So because of like don't land to not land into those problems, the spelling errors and whatever. So you look for the name maybe like 2 times or 3 times. You confirm the consistency.
Yeah, we want to see it 3 times. So it's Chica twice.
So
Let's see if
Chica.
there's been a third time.
Mhm. So Chica.
Because if at some point they mention some other person's name, you want to address both of them.
Yeah, Chica
And that's
again.
why,
You
okay, so
conclude.
then it's confirmed. It's Chica. We want to
So-
confirm it 3 times, not just twice. So your
Okay.
prospective client now will say Chica needs you to, and then we'll put in the job title.
The job title. So
Mhm.
job title.
There it is.
Title.
Email marketing and Klaviyo. So how do we make that an actual sentence? Because this is a chatbot. Your prospective client Chica needs you to do their email marketing and Klaviyo. And then you can say instead of and Klaviyo, on Klaviyo. Do you see that?
Yeah, on.
On Klaviyo. So then you say, here's what they had to say. And then you will put in the project description. Do you guys see that? So back
Yep.
to the project, and we're going to copy the entire description. This is the description. Remember, guys?
Yep. Are we happy?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Then
What's
we
the elephant
now
in the room? Someone was invited, someone was interviewed, and it appears as though someone has been hired, but the project is still open. Remember, ChatGPT doesn't have eyes. So that is our elephant in the room. Someone has been invited, someone has been interviewed, and it appears as though someone has already been hired, but the project is still open. So the elephant in the room is there's your elephant in the room. I've popped it in the chat. And to those of you who are watching us on YouTube, here's what it looks like. You can feel free to take a screenshot. This is literally, you must tell ChatGPT what you see because ChatGPT cannot see, cannot hear, cannot taste, smell, touch, any of those things. That's your job. So the elephant in the room is someone has been invited, someone has been interviewed, and someone has been hired, but that someone is not you. The project is still open, so you have to make a strong first impression. Then we dive straight into the next part, which is give them a valuable. Do you see what I mean? So the prompt is already there for you. All you needed to do for this particular step was to know the 1, 2, 3 rule. The 1, 2, 3 rule gives you a hint. Now, what kind of tone are we going to use? So we have to add in some dashes, right?
where?
Under, please press Shift Enter. Let's give Adil a good show.
Shift and enter.
Mm-hmm. Shift Enter, and then you're going to put in this tone reminder. It's already in the chat. to those of us joining on YouTube, here is the tone reminder that you want to give to your ChatGPT every time you submit proposals. Now, if you're already in the paid squad, you do not have to do any of this because it's automatically done for you via Neuro. All you do is literally tell Neuro, this is the client, tell me more about their psychology, tell me more about what their pain point is, tell me more about what, what the problem is so that we can make sure that we're problem aware and agitating. So Neuro already knows how to use neuropsychology, neuromarketing, as well as neurolinguistic programming. We're good to go. So let's click on that arrow or press enter and see what ChatGPT has to say. All right, let's see. It's still typing, but let's take a look. Okay. Hi, Chica. Came across your... So already I can see things that I would absolutely be like, absolutely not. Kazuma, what would we get rid of? Or maybe I should ask somebody else. Bali, do you remember what we would get rid of in this instance?
No, sorry. Is it bot
No
tails?
problem. First thing that we would want to do exactly is get rid of bot tails. So the very first line, straight out of Compton, if you look here, it automatically has to go. Straight from jump, that first paragraph has to go because it's not impactful enough. We want to grab the client's or the prospect's attention. And so if we are like this, we're not going to do that. So we get rid of that. So it's, hey, Chica, a valuable tip I can offer upfront is to leverage segmentation effectively in Klaviyo. By dividing your audience based on their behaviors, preferences, or demographics, you can tailor your newsletters to be more relevant and personalized. Klaviyo offers robust segmentation capabilities that, when used strategically, can significantly boost the effectiveness of your email campaigns. Boom. Already Kasuma sounds like a professional. He doesn't have to talk about his experience. He doesn't have to talk about how many years he's been doing this. He does not have to do any of that. No selling himself, just selling the solution. So even though we didn't use Neuro, we're still being problem aware, but solution oriented. So there we go. Hey, Chica, a valuable tip. Let's do it. And then I would definitely, yeah, go for it. We'll still clean it up and edit it and make it more even stronger because I want to show you guys. And now remember, because of the PSS framework, we've done part 1. Now here's our PSS framework, our paid proposal sending session framework. Goes like this. Number 1, attention to detail. We know that the client's name is Chica. Number 2, the elephant in the room. We are aware of it. Okay, number 3, giving a valuable tip to demonstrate our expertise. Number 4, seeking permission. And why do we seek permission? So that we can ask questions. That's number 5. Now, some freelancers will say they don't ask questions. That's fine, but I want the communication to keep going. So I ask questions, but I ask a maximum of 3 questions. Kazuma, do not send that. Do not even think of submitting that proposal. 6 is going to be our closing off. Actually, 6 is our strong CTA, strong call to action, all the copywriters in the house. That's our CTA. And number 7 is our closing off. Optional is a PS, postscript, right? With additional value. And that is your proposal sending framework. So based on the PSS framework, where are we right now? And if you're joining us on YouTube, here is what the framework looks like, or if you just want to take a screenshot, here's what the framework looks like. There we go. Welcome, Zola. You came in with a laugh and a smile. Okay, so I'm hoping everybody now has a screenshot of the PSS framework. If not, catch it in the recording, as we are live on YouTube right now. Okay, so now what comes next? Kasuma, we've done attention to detail, the elephant in the room. We gave a valuable tip to demonstrate our expertise. Number 4 is, what do we have to do about? According to the PSS framework, what comes next? Kaya, what comes next according to the PSS framework?
Seeking permission.
And where would we seek permission? Between which paragraphs?
Between the first one, the valuable tip, and also I'm excited about the possibilities. Just after the first paragraph, we should seek permission to ask them questions.
So, Kasuma, the reason why I put a giant green rectangle over this part here is because, holy butt hell, I would get rid of that entire paragraph. That entire paragraph needs to go. See, that's why I was like, don't you dare send that, because we were definitely not where we needed to be.
Don't you think you can get away with that, Bailey, with that previous
No,
statement?
because it's got some butt tails in there. I read it. It sounds like it was written by ChatGPT.
Okay.
Looking forward to, no, but this is a very strong CTA. What Kasuma himself has actually posted. If you look at this, let's catch up in the chat, is a very strong CTA.
I want to buy that. Love it. Yeah.
Kasuma, now what happens? We're going to seek permission. So when you seek permission, how do you say it? Kaya, how do we seek permission?
So I, Bailey, I tend to freestyle it on my end when I seek permission. So
give us one of your freestyles. I got the beat. Let's go.
So I tend to say I'd like to know more, but I'd like to better understand the project. I have a few questions. I have a few questions of my own, and then I go into asking the questions. After that.
Okay, cool. So then, according to the PSS framework, here's the prompt for GPT. And you're going to say to Ms. GPT, what are the 3 most important questions you would ask in order to guarantee the success of this project? So that's how the prompt goes. And for those of you who are watching us on YouTube, here is what you can take a screenshot of. Perfect, Kasuma. Please press enter or click on send message. Okay, and there's our prompt. So I like to say, if you don't mind me asking, and then go straight into who's your target audience, what are their demographics, what are your specific, and that's it. You're done. And then we'll go into your strong CTA, which you did, and closing off, which you already did. And there you go. So as time goes by, you will get faster at this. Stick to best match, guys. Do not go and create RSS feeds yet. Give it 6 months. Once the algorithm understands what's not garbage to you, then we can start to play around with RSS feeds. So you're going to say, if you don't mind me asking, right here, Kasuma. And then you're going to number them so that when Chica responds to you, Chica can respond in numbers, or Chica can say, I would rather talk to you about this.
Kasuma, also number the third question. Just look at that. Look at that part where it says from additionally. I think you should remove
Because that
that.
becomes a yeah. And then W capital. That way it's not reading like a bot tell. What learnings can we apply from those experiences to optimize the upcoming campaign? Let's catch up in the chat. So I would remove. You can say, how does that sound? Let me know. Let's catch up in the chat, or we can just hit them with the let's catch up in the chat, right? So then I would create a space here. Perfect. And then we're done. Do you see that? And you don't need to send attachments or do anything. How long do you think? Let's scroll up just a little bit. How long do you think this will take you? You have to have a duration. Let's set a duration. Perfect. Let's scroll down. And then here's the fun part. If you have a portfolio, then you can use that. If you've done previous projects in the past, then you can use that. If you've done previous projects, but you didn't get paid what you wanted to get paid, stick to your portfolio. Do you see? So you don't actually need past experience, even with a portfolio. If you join the squad, you'll see that we show you how to create a portfolio based on your knowledge. It doesn't even have to be. So let's say I took a Klaviyo email marketing course on Udemy and I got my certificate. While I was getting my certificate, I was busy putting together a portfolio. Now I've got the portfolio and the certificate, and that helped my Upwork profile get to 100% completeness. Now, remember, you can also add in certificates. If the portfolio doesn't have enough stuff, certs can go in as well. If the certs don't have enough stuff, jobs can go in as well. So you never have to worry. Can mix it up, that kind of thing. All right, perfect. So all done. We can submit our proposal and nobody boosted.
So I submit it and then I let it go.
You submit it and
Just
then
let
you
it
let
go
it
and
go.
forget.
Let it go and forget about it. You don't have to say to me, what do you mean, Yes, you have to let it go and forget about it. All right, let's check on YouTube. Do we have any questions, YouTube? Let me know. Let's check on you guys over there. Hopefully, you guys didn't disappear from my screen. Cosmo says, y'all listen to the Kendrick Drake beef. It was a cultural reset, Cosmo. It was a cultural reset. Okay. Well done, Kasuma. And now we're just going to do another one and another one and another one, right? Until. Cosmo, do you have any other questions for us on YouTube? Let us know. But other than that, I think we're good, guys. Thank you. A round of applause for Kasuma for volunteering his screen. Thank you, Kasuma, and wish me luck. I got to sort out PayPal so badly. Adil, you have a question? What's the question?
I don't know. I was just gonna see if I can clap through the clap from there, but it was a wrong button.
Oh, okay, no problem. But still, round of applause. Round of applause for Kasuma. Thank you, Kasuma. I'm the only one clapping. Wow.
I have a question. I have a question. Kasoma, so I'm seeing that you've attached your portfolio, right? So do you think that, or from maybe past experience, do you think that do you think you get more views and more responses from these clients once you attach your portfolios compared to the other ones where you did not attach your portfolio?
Okay, I'll answer the question because I don't see Kasuma. Thank you, got disconnected. So, okay, for me, I find that if my value or the tip that I share in the beginning is strong enough, as well as if maybe I have links or social proof, it can offset any of the things that I didn't highlight. I don't encourage you guys to put attachments. It like, oh, don't do that. Rather send links from Google Drive or highlight your portfolio or highlight certification or highlight past projects, portfolio, and certification. You can do all three. You can mix it up. But when I haven't, it has not impacted me because the PSS framework just works. Like it literally works.
Excuse me, Kaya, you're trying to ask something?
I think Bailey has answered it, but I think I'd like to hear your perspective as well. Is that I see that you've attached your portfolio in that proposal. So once you attach your portfolio, do you think you get more responses and views from the proposals that you've sent?
Yeah, I think to me it makes a lot of like it works as like it puts me like into more position within the eyes of the client. The client shows like sees more credible person that has already done something that is looking out for. Apart from what you're claiming within, after seeing the value within the proposal and all that, but still he can see something. If it is about email design, he can see part of what you've already designed. So he can see like the past stuff that you've done within the portfolio if you've already attached it. So it makes like you're adding more of the value on the already what is working within the proposal, because the proposal itself, I believe it is already strong, because the moment you give the variable tip, the client of course you've triggered his mind, is saying that this guy knows what he's doing, right? So if you are adding even more value, so you're just stacking value over value, just like that.
How has that been so far? Has you gotten like any views, responses from that?
So I've like not really, because I'm just beginning. Like I've not been doing that stuff. I've just learned it from this program where we attach the proposed, like we attach the portfolio, we attach the testimonials, and like I was not aware of it. It has been there, but me, I didn't know how to use it until I landed into this. And I'm just learning it, and I'm just now trying to test and see how it can work out. Maybe in the future I'll be giving like testimonials and feedback within the squad.
Got it.
I know Ram is waiting for that.
Cheers. Okay, thanks, Kasuma. Welcome.
All right. Yeah, it's to Kathy. Kathy's joining us on YouTube and she said, thanks, B. And I said, you're welcome, Kathy. I didn't want to interrupt you guys while you were talking. So I decided, let me make some text appear on my screen. But you're welcome, Kathy. You are so welcome. All right. Cheryl Zungu. Zola asked us some questions. She says, as a newbie, please elaborate more about the process after you send your first proposal. What do you expect? Nothing. The process after you send your first proposal is you send another one. you send at least 5 a day. Well, maximum at most 5, but at least 3. 3 will still give you that ability. And the reason why I say 3 is because we have a 3-to-1 ratio when you use the PSS framework, meaning at least every single day, first 15 proposals that you send, the expectation is you should get at least 3 possibilities from those 15. Now, that is pretty much standard when it comes to warm outreach and even cold outreach. So at least clients on Upwork are already primed to receive cover letters from you. Whereas if you're going to do cold outreach, just know it's more like a 6-to-1 ratio or even less than that. It's pretty bad. Marketers out there, help me out. Let me know in the chat, like, how is the ratio, the response rate ratio when it comes to cold outreach, cold emailing, cold DMing, things like that. So what you do after you submit your very first proposal, Zola and anybody else that's new, is you just submit your next 2 or your next 4. And that is how you at least get over that immediate hump of, oh, I'm so nervous. Once you send the first 3, you'll even forget, because you send 3 Monday, send 3 Tuesday, send 3 Wednesday, et cetera, et cetera. You'll eventually completely forget about what you said on Monday. Okay. Any other questions before I let you guys go? If not, goodbye YouTube and goodbye squad. Oh, thanks. Thanks so much, Liberty. Yeah, 3-to-1. We've worked on it. We've tweaked it, and we've worked on the PSS framework for ages now, and it really works. Even better because you guys are inside the paid squad. I'm talking to Liberty and Zola and Tamara and Mbali. You guys are in the squad, so that means you get to use Neuro PSS, who has a 100% conversion rate. Neuro got a view and a response by Lissetti, got a view and a response from her very first proposal. And so that's something that I think you guys need to be aware of, that when you're inside the squad, that's another little advantage that you have. If you use ChatGPT version 4, you already get the bot. So you can just tell Neuro, this is the Neuro already knows. This is the client, this is what they had to say, this is their name. You give that to Neuro, and Neuro will come up with an entirely formatted cover letter for you. And then you sign off with your name, you send that, and you highlight, and you send and send and send. So how many minutes on average does it take you using the bot, Kaya, to submit 1 proposal?
Oh man, not that long actually. If I could estimate, like a good 20 minutes tops for me. A good 20 minutes tops. Yeah,
for 1 proposal.
For 1 proposal, because I really want to make sure everything is like makes sense. So I'll just say like maybe 15 to 20 minutes tops. Yeah.
For me personally, it takes me even less time, but that's because of practice, right? And I know what I don't want and what I want for the proposals to say. So over time, it gets even faster. So you'll go from taking an hour to taking 30 minutes to taking 20 minutes, 15 to 20 minutes, around there for a while, 10 minutes. And then when you're just playing the numbers game and like, I just want to blow my connects, then it'll take you like 3 minutes, 3 minutes of proposals. So every single day, you're spending about 10 minutes submitting all the proposals and getting responses back. Till eventually you're like, please don't make me send any proposals because I don't want a response back. Because I know I'm going to get one and I don't want one, which is recently what happened to me, which I don't like. Okay, YouTube, have a great evening. I think we've gone way over time over there. Thanks for